What is up, guys? On vacation here. Traveled across the country just to get away for a couple days. It was a nice long trip today, but had a lot of time to think, a lot of time to read, and a couple of the key things that I was thinking of. First is leaning into focus has been really beneficial for me. It's been a thing in which I kind of thought maybe I had a focus problem, and over time I've been able to significantly improve my ability to focus, I would say. And by that, I've talked a lot about presence. It's helped me to be in the present moment. And so on trips, one of the key things is, I think, over time in the past, is I used to think like every place was the same or very similar, and I really struggled to find the differences. I would find them in very unique spots, I would say. That would be like architecture, the house, design of houses, sometimes the texture of the earth or the landscape. So like in South Carolina, it's red clay. In Colorado, it's more of a gray gravel. In Illinois, it's corn and dust. These are the sorts of things that would just like stick out before. So now when I travel, what I really try to focus in on are, I try to identify those differences. What are the differences between the places I'm used to and the places I'm at now? It's a much different lens to view the world in, and it's a much different perspective. And it helps me be right there, like smack right where I'm at. Additionally, one of the other things that I was thinking today, something that I'm going to lean into pretty heavily, one of the things that I'm surprised I haven't talked more about, is the power of questions. Questions are kind of a secret tool, I think. I think that we're designed and we want to say statements. We feel like statements are more valuable. But in communications and in conversations and in dialogue, questions are way more powerful. They can demonstrate a higher level of interest. They pull people in different directions. They kind of stimulate the information that you are seeking, or the information that's going to be the most valuable for any given situation. They demonstrate interest. And really, I think that they're very disarming. Like when you approach somebody with a statement of they did the wrong thing or their performance is not as expected, you can kind of approach it from a different angle that's a little bit less abrasive. And it comes from a place of understanding. And that place of understanding is probably the most important part. And in general, curiosity is a very good trait to have. I think that I've been eternally curious, so maybe I'm really biased when I say that. But that's kind of the point of this whole video. I'm incredibly curious about the new place I'm in, about the differences, the little differences that I may not notice when I first get here, and the things that I might take for granted when I'm spending my time here. And this is the same thing as when we communicate with other people, the things we take for granted, things we might miss out on because we're not dialing in and focusing in on them. And questions help zoom in on those things, those granularities that might be different. They help us learn more. And learning is, I think, the whole point. Ultimately, you don't have to be incredibly confident and brave and put yourself out there in statements. Questions help you get out there in a little bit easier manner. They're a little bit of a bridge and a gateway into communicating yourself authentically and fully. Think about the better questions you could have, the best questions you could think of. It's going to be a little bit shorter video tonight. Might be a shorter video the next couple days. But that's what I'm going to leave you with tonight. You can't lose if you don't quit. Did it better than last night. Have a great night.